Hello. Hope everyone had a good holiday. Looks like we're gonna get a Sicilian defense. I'm gonna play my Paulson setup, and we're playing a National Master, Jim West. I have not. Oh, I have played this individual. They beat me once before. Okay, so he's gonna Fianchetto. Gonna go for this closed type of setup, and I don't really know what my plan is against that. I think I'm gonna develop. I'm gonna maybe entertain the idea of leaving my king in the center. If he doesn't want central breaks, maybe I can. Mm, let's do this and play a small center and just kind of keep our cards close to our chest. Okay. To keep a pawn out of this square so he can bring his knight here, maybe. What if I do push in the center now? If I don't, he can just push the pawn and attack the knight then. Although I guess I'd have knight to g4 attacking the pawn. That doesn't seem bad. I already moved the pawn once, so technically it's a loss of tempo, but now we're gonna get castled. And I suspect a kick here. I'd have to retreat. I'm gonna have to come back here. I want to play this to attack the queen, but I've got to tend to my knight first, I think. The good thing is that the bishop's blocked and he doesn't get a chance to break my structure up. But now I get to come right back. And he gains the tempo. He gains the space move, plus he has the move. So I wanted to play this to attack the queen. He takes and I take, and I'm attacking this c2 pawn. Then he develops the knight to protect it. Um, and attacks my weak pawn here. If I just come back, he can bring the knight to g4 or g5, and My knight's attacked. No, no, then I win the pawn. Then I would win the pawn. Then he might be threatening queen to h5 with a checkmate threat, potentially. I like this idea of just anchoring my knight up here. And if he takes, I have an open file to work with. I'm not going to play timidly against this person. It might be a mistake. I don't know. It probably should have calculated it more, but it weakens this pawn. But the queen leads the charge, so I'm not concerned. And he does not take en passant. Okay, he opens his bishop up here, but I'm going to develop my knight back here. And now, I think maybe before, could I have taken one? Takes, takes. No, the queen takes. Queen takes, rook takes. I need another protector. I need another attacker on this square. Or I need him to move a defender off of it. Hmm. Everything kind of centers around this D file, this E file pawn here. But he missed his chance to take en passant, so and attempted to leave it closed. That would only opening it, taking this pawn would only open an attack on my weakness. This bishop's terrible. I need to figure out a better life for this bishop and get my rook in the game. Looks like my play is on the C file. With maybe breaks, ideas of breaking on the C file. I don't want to push just yet because I want to keep the knight. I want to keep control of this square in the center. Um, Not quite sure where I want the rooks. So what's my plan? If I plant the knight here, I'm inviting him to take, and then I do get to open the C file. If he takes, he doesn't have to take. He could kick, force me to take, or move back. And if I move back, he gets to push the D pawn. And takes, and he has a strong center wedge here. I'm glad I'm making him think. Okay, he wants to get this knight out of here. This knight had terrible life anyway. Um, I'm surprised he didn't come here. But if he takes, if I allow him to take, and I take back, takes this knight, he comes here. Can I fortify the knight, the pawn? Then I have this hole right here on g5 for the bishop or the knight. Hmm. Where do I want my pieces? I mean, this is a good trade for him. It just trades, a bad piece off for my best piece. But if I retreat it, he gets the chance to just destroy my kingside structure, which I don't know. I mean, mixed feelings. This pawn is doing a good job of keeping this hole plugged. I can sidestep with the king and bring a rook over. Um, I bring the knight back. If he takes, I take back. Say he attacks the pawn with the queen. I don't think I have a defense for that. He just picks up the pawn. Lift the king to defend it, but no, I don't want my king defending that pawn. Too many pieces around to cause trouble. Okay. So I think I'm stuck either taking myself or allowing him to take and open the F file. What about supporting with H5? Really clogging things up. Support with H5 now, and if takes, I still have the same kind of position, don't I? But I have the choice to take back with the H pawn instead, which leaves my F file blocked. There's all sorts of dark square holes around my king. Hmm. 819. Okay. If I come here first, if I go to H6 first, and then he takes, and I take back, his knight can't come forward then. His knight has to go backwards. here or here. And then I can support the pawn, but the knight is not in an advanced position. It's pinned back. I think I like that idea. I like that idea. Take this square away from the knight first. Let him decide if he wants to take. I've created a hook. Okay. He takes. I take. He goes backwards. And now I just shore up the pawn. And I still have this hole, but there's not a knight in this hole. The bishop can come here. I can trade bishop for bishop. But I feel like a knight here is more dangerous. And now his silly little knight's still pinned back there, stuck to these squares here. He can maneuver it out this way, but he's spending time, he's blocking pieces, taking up squares that other pieces want. And I've got an active file. So he's going to try and force things open there. That might be an opportunity to attack the queen. Force the queen off. The queen can come over here, but then he can't take. If he comes back here, I've got 2 attackers, 3 attackers, and he only has 2 defenders. Come back here. Guard this and this. And I come back here. Takes, 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 takes. We're getting a very open position here. He's gonna get these 2, but I'm gonna get these 2. He's gonna be left with the pawn here, and I'm gonna have this pawn here to oppose it. And he's gonna only have pieces in front of his king. This could get really messy really quick. I need to get some rooks lifted and get my pieces mobilized here. I like the knight move here also because it clears this diagonal, and I'm thinking about moving my queen over here to make it more active. Pressuring b2 and threatening a pawn push, potentially. Protects it, keeps that pawn protected. Now can I take here? He takes with the bishop. Attack the bishop. He takes the other pawn. I don't think that works so well. What if I take anyway? He takes the knight, and I take the pawn, skewering the knight. Takes, takes, takes. How does he defend it? With the bishop. No, I would take the bishop with the rook. Okay. So no bishop defense. King is the only defender. Yes, so the king comes here or here to defend. I take, bring the king forward. I push to check. He goes back. I attack the bishop or check the king. I really like the discoordination here. This knight is blocking his power pieces from coming over, and I feel like there's something here to force. But as soon as I take this pawn, the knight's not blocking anymore. It is skewered. He definitely comes here to protect because the rook is on this file. So takes, 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 king here. Queen here. I feel like I gotta make something happen here. This is an opportunity. Um, I'm gonna take anyway. Or do I take the pawn first? Because I think I want the support of the other pawn, so I'm gonna take. Now I think I might want to try and take here, reposition my bishop, open up more lines of attack, push this d pawn. Okay, we're gonna take there once, and then we're gonna push the d pawn to open the light squares. He's threatening to take here, but that would allow the rook to come in. And if he takes with the knight, I could pick up the rook. I get the exchange for I've already given up the piece for two pawns though. So I give up two pieces for a rook and two pawns. He gets a pawn back. So essentially material is equal if that exchange happens. Right now I've got these two passers right here. Um, but his king is super exposed. I'm gonna lift rooks. Oh, okay. He's saying, do your worst. Okay. Should I allow him to take the bishop? He takes the bishop. I can. Oh, I would win this bishop. So I do this. He takes this bishop first. I take back with the queen. He takes the dark square bishop. I come up here. He attacks the queen. Mm. I block. He takes. We trade. I'm down to a minute. I need to make a decision. I think I need to take the knight. And I need to check, and I need to gain tempo, keep checking, and not allow him to get developed. Although if I check now, he gets to block the bishop. But then I could check the king and bring the queen in. He'd have to come down here. Does this work? I have to come further in. So I'll check. He comes down. I check with the bishop. And that's mate. Oh, that block. I missed that block. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, I'm not sure I get out of this now. So I take, and he brings the queen in, and I just don't have any more juice in the attack. Um, I'm gonna try and play it out here. I know I have seconds left, but I'm gonna do this. Let him take. And he brings the king back. I fortify the rook. He pins my rook. Yeah. Well, it was a nice attack while it lasted. Good game. I'm going to resign. Well, I wonder if there was actually any meat to that attack or if I was just hallucinating. It was a fun game to play, and I didn't play it super poorly. And at no point was I just until the end there. I mean, I have a few blunders, but it was a pretty even game, a nice tactical until the end when I made my boo-boos. Two blunders on my part, but it looks like only one of them was really devastating. I had a great move in there. He had two great moves. So good game. Paulson variation, I believe. Is that what the Sicilian defense French variation? Maybe that's because white responded with a closed. Okay, so we're in book. We're still in book. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever played this before, but we're book 7 moves in. This move was a good move. What's the best? Castle. Get your kings out. King out of the center. Okay. Question. Shouldn't have castle to. Inaccuracy. Don't castle. Oh, maybe I should have castled the queen side. Also an inaccuracy, but I mean, looking at a queenside castling looks okay. Just bring the knight back and prepare to redeploy it over here. And you get 2 knights on this square. So you can come here, and if he takes, you get another knight attacking the queen. Okay. That was an inaccuracy on his part. Shouldn't have kicked me. What should he have done otherwise? Maybe just push this pawn to create a strong center here. I think I like this pawn push. But it's also inaccurate. Move the knight. Okay. Also makes sense. Thought this was the best move. Well, I'm very proud to have found that. Also thought this was the best move. That makes me feel very good about my strategic planning because I did think for a while on this as to what the outcome was going to be after the trades and stuff, and um, that's good to feel validated that my hard work paid off there because it drove his knight back. And this was a mistake, and I actually have a 1.6 edge here. I have a chance. So what's my move? My move is Queen D1. No, that's his move. His next move is Queen D1. My next move is Knight D4, attacking the Queen. But that's a miss. I still have a pawn edge, but it's a miss. So what should I have done here instead? Not attack the Queen. Perhaps just take. If I take, he takes back with a knight. Maybe I can sack the exchange there. He takes with the bishop, and then I attack the queen and bishop combo. But then I also get to get another rook involved. I think I probably... Nope, a blunder. Actually gives up all of my edge to take. Okay. Okay. What do I do? Back rooks. Reposition the bishop. Get the other rook in. I'm kind of at a loss for ideas here. Where else should I be looking? Oh, he did open this diagonal. I mean, this is a weakness now. Could look at pushing c4. He can't just push in the middle right now. If he takes, checks would be kind of check. He brings the bishop out. I attack the queen. He keeps the bishop defended. And then I take. That's still two attackers, two defenders. I don't think I win the pawn. He takes back with the knight. I take the knight with check. He takes, and yeah, that does win me the pawn. Is this the move? That's the best move, c4. Okay. I'm glad that I could find it now. I could find it now. Gives me hope that I could find it in a longer time control game. This is the only good move, c4. And it hinges around the fact that it opened up this weak diagonal here. But I missed that. Okay. So this is a miss on his part. He probably should have gone ahead and take. I'm not going to dig too deeply into it, but I think he probably should have just taken and dealt with that mess. It probably ended up better. But this is a blunder on my part. But even so, it's only a 0.2. So I give up an edge. I go from 1.5 advantage. I give up the piece for 2 pawns, and it's still an equal game. It was a mistake to take the pawn. My other thoughts was to bring the queen card. Oh, I've dropped out of my review now. Other thought was to bring the queen card. But that is a blunder. I took the pawn. I should take the knight. Inaccurate as well. It thinks I should take the pawn? What? What are you on, Stockfish? G takes f3 is best. Isn't that what I played? G takes f3. Look at that. An inaccurate move. Also happens to be the best move. You had a chance to play something better. What? I don't understand. The chess.com coach here. Calling G takes F3 an inaccuracy, but bishop C6 is the best move. But I swear in the analysis over here, even, I don't know if you can see this because my picture might be in the way. Let me shrink this down and just make it available for, it's showing like G takes F3 does give a slight edge, still a slight edge, a very slight edge for white. But a second ago, it was calling it the best move. I get it. It takes a little time for the computer to evaluate things. Well, it was a fun game. I did enjoy it, even though it was a loss. It was complicated. There were tactics. It was messy, and I had a chance. I had chances here. Even now, this is a dead even game right here. Zeros. I shouldn't have checked in. That was a blunder. I should have brought the rook in to stack rooks. Yes. That's a. But I'm down on time, and I'm feeling the pressure here. Shouldn't have checked. I should have brought the rook in. I felt like I thought I had something here, and I missed the. I just overlooked that block. It's a very simple block. I don't know why I missed it. I just didn't see it. Well, thank you for watching. Come back and enjoy some more chess with me.